Republicans have a majority in the Senate, but that doesn't mean Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh will sail through following abuse allegations. It will come down to just a few members of Congress. Republican Senator Jeff Flake is retiring at the end of the year, but the Judiciary Committee member has been outspoken about pushing the scheduled committee vote this week.
What I just insisted on is that we not have a vote. I would have voted no this week, absent her being able to tell her story. And so I'm glad she's going to be able to, and I may conclude afterwards that he should go on and fill that seat. I may not. A lot will depend on that hearing.
The vote is now postponed, and a hearing for Kavanaugh and Christine Blasey Ford is scheduled for Monday. The hearing date was announced before Ford responded to the invitation. Flake is aware the optics are working against Republicans on the committee. They're all white and they're all men. He was originally considered a yes vote for Kavanaugh, but is not necessarily a rubber stamp anymore. His colleague, Senator Susan Collins, has also been on the fence about Kavanaugh all along. Her vote is now very much up in the air.
I have said from the beginning that these are very serious allegations, and she deserves to be heard. She's now being given an opportunity to come before the Senate Judiciary Committee and to answer questions, and I really hope that she doesn't pass up that opportunity.
Republicans are paying close attention to history, specifically how poor the story of Anita Hill reflected on members of Congress back in 1991. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is inviting Ford to testify either in public or private, whichever setting she is more comfortable in.
The accuser certainly does deserve a right to be heard, and we're looking forward to hearing what she has to say on Monday. Judge Kavanaugh, as you know, has been anxious to testify, and I'm sure he'll be here as well.
Private testimony would likely set up a better situation for Republican men on the committee. Questioning Ford without coming off as unsympathetic to her story will be incredibly difficult. The White House is walking the fine line between supporting the nominee and showing respect to Ford. In a press conference Tuesday, President Trump referred to Ford as the woman and criticized Democrats.
This is a terrible thing that took place, and it's frankly a terrible thing that this information wasn't given to us a long time ago, months ago, when they got it. They could have done that instead of waiting till everything was finished and then all of a sudden spring it. It's a process, and we all feel, speaking for all of the Republicans, we feel that we want to go through this process and we want to give everybody a chance to say what they have to say. I feel so badly for him that he's going through this, to be honest with you. I feel so badly for him. This is not a man that deserves this.
Ford came forward to her Congresswoman on July 6th before Kavanaugh was even nominated. On July 30th, she submitted a second letter to her senator and the Judiciary Committee's ranking member, Dianne Feinstein. Her identity was only revealed to the public through the Washington Post a few days ago. Democrats, on the other hand, are demanding more witnesses be allowed to testify, and the dates for the hearings be pushed further back. Alabama Senator Doug Jones, a Democrat with an undeclared vote, says this hearing will matter in his decision.
What I've said is if I believe that these allegations are true, then I think it would be a disqualifying factor. I think to do otherwise sends a horrible message to the young people of America right now and to women of America.
Red state Democrats like Heidi Heitkamp, Claire McCaskill, Joe Donnelly, and Joe Manchin are also likely watching these proceedings closely. A vote against Kavanaugh could impact their own elections. Republicans were originally hoping to have Judge Kavanaugh seated on the court by the October 1st term start date. That's unlikely now. They will now look to get a confirmation through before midterm elections on November 6th.